I was bullied horribly when I was a kid. I was bullied so badly in middle school that my mom actually took me out of school and started homeschooling me because the harassment got so severe.
There were so many moments of, when I look back, just night after night, crying in my bedroom. I remember looking in the back of my mirror and just saying the most self-loathing things into that mirror, and just feeling broken and wondering if tomorrow would be the day that I finally stuck to a diet. If tomorrow would be the day that I could finally feel like I was disciplined enough to not eat. Like, these were the thoughts that I was thinking at a young age. Like, I remember 8 years old saying these things in my head. It was this weird dichotomy of like self-loathing along with bullying. There would be these moments where it was like I knew I was meant for something bigger. It's like, maybe I'm going through this for a reason.
My name is Amy Briggs. I'm from Lafargeville, New York. Been married for 22 years. We have 2 beautiful children. Michael is a great kid. He loves sports. He plays lacrosse. He's bright, top of his class. Daniel was an old soul. He had a soft side of him that was second to none for a kid his age. He wanted to help people. Our neighbor down the road had cancer, and Daniel was by his side every day. Daniel went over and sat and talked to him and held his hand. And after he died, Daniel went over and helped his wife. It wasn't like he was doing it out of obligation either. He did it because he truly wanted to do it. That's who he was. Daniel had really been bullied most of his school career. When he hit high school, it exploded. He didn't fit in with a lot of the crowds. He wasn't into sports. He was into hunting and trapping, which not a lot of kids his age are into. So he had a hard time finding kids who had common interests with him. So that made him a target a lot of the time. It started out with words. He was called just horrible names. It progressed to having trash thrown at him. He was punched in the stomach. He was made to lick a bus window. He was jumped from behind walking to the buses. He was ridiculed for the music he listened to. You name it. They looked for any little thing just to make his life miserable. When he was jumped walking to the bus, the boy told him the night before that he was going to do it. He said to him in a text, "Why? I know you don't like me. That's why I don't come near you. I don't have any interactions with you. I respect that. Why can't you respect me? What have I done to you?" His response was, "Because you're a pussy and you need your ass kicked." It makes no sense to me even today.
Look, you never look good trying to make someone else look bad. I don't care what the circumstances are. You never look good trying to make somebody else look bad. And I'm telling you, people are gonna try to do it. And especially if you shining, especially if you handling your business, especially if you successful, you become a target. You know, you got people who, unfortunately, they're not happy. They're not where they want to be. And so they're gonna dog you out or try to bring you down because some kind of way it brings them satisfaction. Look, stay on your post. Just keep doing you. Don't come off A's to pay them no attention. Don't come off being no honor roll student to pay them no attention. Don't come off of you had dreams and goals, you trying to accomplish something, get something done, you trying to execute. You know what I'm saying? You try to make it happen in your life. You gonna get off your success, you're gonna get off your journey to pay them attention. Don't do that, all right?
I get tired of being associated with someone who is bullied because I don't allow that to happen anymore at all. I'm proud of kind of where I'm at now because the minute I see someone who tries to take advantage of me or isn't kind, I have the option to walk away now, which I didn't when I was a kid.
You know what's crazy to me? The fact that 7 out of 10 young people will have a cyberbullying experience before they turn 18 years old. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the growth of technology, but the fact that cyberbullying allows the bully to be more aggressive and it can cause long-term effects in victims such as mental health and self-esteem problems is kind of concerning. If you or someone you know is being affected by cyberbullying in any way, or any kind of bullying really, please reach out to a trusted adult and try and solve the issue. Of course, if you're more comfortable with talking to someone over the phone, or you're just too shy to reach out to somebody in your life, please try calling one of the following hotlines on screen or the ones in the description. And the biggest thing to remember is that mental health matters. We have to normalize asking for help and getting access to affordable mental health care and support. It's so important.
So there was a group in my church who was having like just a get together going to a pool. And I was so incredibly excited because I loved to swim. It was like that place where I just felt total freedom, right? Especially in the water. And I was so excited to show off my skills because at the time it was like, I loved to perform. I loved to force everyone in my family to watch me like do dances and sing and all of that. I was that annoying kid in the family. And so went to the pool, was so excited about going off the diving board to show all of my friends what I could do. And my crush happened to be there, who I was obsessed with, along with these two other girls that were in my church, and they were super thin. And I remember looking at them again at such a young age and comparing my body to theirs and being like, why am I not thin like them? Why can't I just be thin like them? Because I knew the boys liked them as well. So I got up on the diving board, and I remember just hearing chanting, like all of a sudden hearing chanting from my friends. And I tuned in and I was like, oh my God, they're saying whale. They were yelling whale, whale, whale. And in that moment, it was just like totally deflated. That was the moment that I realized that words are so energetic without knowing that's what it meant. And it was like it just slayed my heart. And I jumped into the water because there was nowhere else to go. And under the water, I was bawling, thinking, I'm not gonna come back up. I don't wanna come back up. This was my friends. Like the only people that I had ever known are now basically criticizing me because of my body, and now I'm feeling that I'm just a body and that I'm useless if it's not the body I want. So there was a moment though, it was like I remember sinking and feeling the bubbles and hearing that wail in your ears. Have you ever had those moments where you just hear your own pain? And there was this moment, and it was like, just wait. Just wait. It was like, I'm gonna show you. And that was it. It was like something went off in me that was, I will never feel this much pain again.
The truth of the matter is, whether you're growing up, you're a foreigner like I am in this country, and you're growing up against bigotry and hate and being broke and moving around from school to school and being bullied and picked on, or you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to build your business, turn your idea into a dream and help people, you're gonna come across adversities, challenges, setbacks, and you gotta have a reason why, and most people who succeed ultimately have a strong reason why.
I tell a story about my daughter. She went to she transferred, I think it was her 7th grade, 7th, 8th grade, she transitioned to a predominantly white school. So she went from a school that was very diverse, to a predominant. And I remember her first, few weeks there was a tough transition. She didn't know anybody. We had just moved into the neighborhood. And I remember, she was just talking about some of the kids were racist. Some of the kids were making, fun of her. They wouldn't embrace her. And there was one kid, I don't remember the kid, but the kid had a little influence. He had a little juice, and he said to, whoever it was, like, yo, this ain't right. We got to do right. And I remember my daughter coming home geeked up, like I'm with the popular kids. I was like, whatever that means, but it was a major moment for her. And then I remember maybe a few, months later, a student came and was going through what she was going through. And I remember my daughter expressing it to me. I was like, yo, you know what you got to do, don't you? She's like, no, what? I'm like, come on, you know what you got to do. She's like, what, Dad? I was like, you have to be for that person what somebody else was for you. You got to be that bridge, baby girl. You got to be that bridge. You can't be that one, not only who's, ostracizing them, or making fun of them, right? You can't be the person who neutral either. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the person to just sit back and watch it, don't say nothing. So you know how it felt for somebody to defend you, for somebody to vouch for you. You know what that felt like. You know that feeling. You know that was a major transition. And so do that for somebody else.
If these were going to be the last words that you ever spoke on the subject of healing from being bullied, what would you want people to understand? Like, what was your process to close that chapter, to feel good about yourself, and I'm definitely putting words in your mouth, but to be reborn in some way where that is not who you are anymore?
Well, I think it's really just knowing that you get to move on from it. That's the thing. Adolescence is the toughest time in your life, I think, because you have no freedom, but you have all the responsibility. You are expected to make adult decisions, but you don't get the benefits of being adult, and you are literally trapped in an environment, high school, unless you're homeschooled, where you are around. You have no control over who you're around, and probably one of the most the lesson or the bridge that I've crossed in my life that has given me the most relief is knowing that I don't have to be in any environment that I do not want to be in, and I think that would be the message that I'd give the kids who are being bullied. But also look, the world is full of assholes. Like the bullies they do go away to a certain point, but there will always be people in your life that you don't like, that are mean, that are rude, and I think sometimes when you do go through a period of harassment, especially when you're young, you do learn how to overcome that, and how to maybe not have peace with maybe have some inner peace. It's not really outer peace, because you can never really control the world around you, but you do learn a lot. You learn a lot of good communication skills.
For those of you who are bullying, you've been hurt. Like, for real, you're the person that's hurting people because you've been hurt. Go get help, man. Go talk to a teacher, talk to a counselor. Just like I would tell those of you who are being abused by a bully, to the bully, go ask for help. Go ask for help. Go seek help. Teacher, that don't work, get another teacher and another teacher. That don't work, go to the principal, go to the assistant principal, go to the counselor. Like, do whatever you got to do to stop it, and don't go, they're going to kill me, they're going to whatever, or they're going to hurt you anyway. You empower them when you keep it secret. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they isolate you, when they make you withdraw from everybody. Come on, that's their superpower. Keeping it, when don't nobody know. Don't do that. Don't do that. Tell your parent. Don't do that. Tell prayerfully a even-headed parent, not a hot, tempered parent that's gonna go up there. You know what I'm talking about. I can't even get into that on the podcast. Get help, seek help. Don't become your enemy. Like, for real, don't become your enemy. Talk to as many people as you need to talk to, to resolve the situation. Don't ever be that bully, and all my bullies get the help that you need.